Hi, my name is Isabel Estrada Carvalhais. I'm Associate Professor and Researcher at University of Minho. My research center is the Center of Research in Political Science, CICP. You can check it in the internet. I have this privilege, I would say. I was very lucky in a sense that I was elected to be member of the European Parliament between 2019 and 2024. So when I arrived there, I had this very academic vision on the functioning of the European institutions and European Parliament. I could be disappointed in a sense, but no, instead of getting disappointed, now that I know how it works, I was even more interested in understanding the complexity of these institutions. But more than that, I think most of us are concerned with this idea of identity. What is to be a European citizen? What is to be a European person? Does it matter on a daily basis? Many people will tell you that the European project and the European identity is very much on struggling for democracy, equality, solidarity, respect for diversity, inclusion of otherness, inclusion and respect for differences, the respect for the state of law, human rights in general. This is wonderful, and it's basically, it's interesting because it's the narrative that you like to believe, that you think it's the true, it's the real one. But then, how do you conciliate all this with anti-immigration discourses, with anti-gender discourses, with anti-feminist agendas? How do you relate all this with it? And this leads me, by the way, to another issue regarding identities, national identity, for instance. What is that? Is it a fixed, non-changeable entity? Because this is important also regarding European identities. It's something, it's done. You can't change it, okay? So this is a block. This is what it is. Or is it something changeable, dynamic, something that can be transformed and that you can see the transformation over time? Then if it's dynamic, if it's changeable, if it's something always, towards the future, how do you relate that with the ultra-nationalistic perspectives that tend to see the importance of raising fences against what they consider to be, the enemies of national integrity, this idea of national purity, that the nation as a solid block that cannot be changed? And so how you relate this also regarding European identity? Is it something you cannot change? Or is it, on the contrary, something has been changing over time, but has a sort of powerful pole, a powerful locus that is fixed and permanent, and that is related to human rights and equality and those things don't change, but everything else can change. And so there is room, there is space for otherness, there is space for evolution. Now, obviously, as a researcher, I can't put questions like this. These are the questions that my students usually do, and I get very happy when they have this kind, of worries, of concerns. That's wonderful. It means they are good citizens, they are looking around to the world, but then we have to transform all these concerns into real, non-biased, scientific research questions. And that is why I find so fascinating the things I do, because in a sense, I am a citizen, a woman, a mother, and I have all these concerns as well. And then I have the possibility to look from a historic, political, social, economic perspective, mostly political in my case, and sociological, and try to understand what is happening, why is happening, and what is that as social scientists we can do to improve our public policies. We're not going to sell, solutions to governments, but we can present proposals of things that can be better. For instance, in terms of how to integrate minorities, immigrants in our municipalities, for instance. How can we live with otherness, with difference, with those who have different religions, different cultures? And this idea that we can actually participate in making people's lives better, it's something that really moves me. And if you look around, the world is suffering a lot. Okay, so whatever we can do as citizens and as social scientists, as researchers, to heal this world that is suffering, all this, all the wars you see around, if we can do something that is really valuable,